Hey guys, Jeffrey from Headstrong Training Systems here. So today we're going to be looking at the bench press, and in particular we're going to be examining the movement of forearms rolling during the eccentric portion, so the lowering phase of the bench press. So first of all, when I talk about the forearms rolling during the eccentric phase of the bench press, what I mean by that is it's during the movement of the descent. So say you get your lifter, you have your athlete or yourself, you come up into the starting position. It's the movement from here, your starting position, to the point of point B on your chest. So from here, point A to point B, what happens to your forearms during this movement? So let's take an example. So for example, if I start to lower my barbell, and you see that as I'm lowering from point A to point B, I'm moving on, but then my forearms, look at my forearm angle, my forearms begin to roll forward like so. What does that mean, and what does that do to us? See that? As opposed to a natural movement of the forearm angle remaining same, so the forearm angle doesn't change during the movement. See how there my forearm angle remains constant and consistent, and it actually doesn't change. So what I mean by that is, say right now, this is my forearm angle, it's pointed up, pointed perpendicular, and as I'm lowering the barbell, that angle, my forearm does not change. Simply, the only change that occurs is my forearm lowers, but the angle doesn't change. As opposed to what we don't want to see, which is basically as we're lowering, the forearms are rolling forward, and in particular, I see a lot of times at the chest, it rolls forward even more, like so. So today in this video, we're going to be examining why that's a problem. And so first of all, straight away, the reason that's a problem is because it puts a massive stress on your shoulders straight away. Because when our forearms roll forward and when the bar path dumps forward like that, what's happening is excessive internal rotation. Basically, that barbell is going to be pulling our shoulders forward a lot, and our posterior rotator cuff is going to be working extra hard in order to stabilize that forward movement that we don't want. Instead, when we have the forearm angle constant and have that forearm angle cocked back and consistent, that keeps our shoulder joints healthy. So first of all, straight away, when we're seen the forearms roll forward like that, it's putting our shoulders in a very disadvantaged position and a very dangerous position, especially off the chest, because if you can imagine you're on the chest and you're dumped forward like that, you have to then correct yourself to externally rotate again and then press. So you see how much stress that's going to be putting on the shoulders. So what's the fix for that? Basically, as we're lowering the barbell, the cue that I want you to use is to think just to load into the elbow crease and just drop the barbell and let the elbows travel naturally, let the shoulders travel naturally. Don't think about the barbell. Don't think about forcing a very low touch point, because a lot of the times when an athlete is under the barbell, the reason that this roll occurs is because the athlete gets under and he's thinking that, or she's thinking that the lowest touch point is lower down, the touch point that they need to get out is low. So they hear that, oh, I need to go lower. So they forcefully dump that bar forward and push that lower in order to get to a low touch point, where they actually rolls their forearms forward. Or the other thing is the lack of tightness. They're too worried letting gravity take over. They're too worried about forcing the barbell to be dropped very fast. So they're uncontrolled drop and bang, forearms will roll forward because they're uncontrolled drop. So how we fix this is by staying tight, building stability, loading into the elbow crease naturally, and just thinking to let the bar drop straight down, and how the elbows want to travel, let the elbows travel naturally. That way, the forearm consistent of the forearms is able to stay consistent. Essentially what I'm saying is, we don't want to see the forearms roll forward. We want to keep the forearm angle consistent, cocked back, just by loading straight into the elbow crease. So that's all from me today, guys. Hopefully that was helpful for you, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.